Hey, guys, how you doing? It's Thursday evening, a bit early, 7:30 in the UK, 8:30 Central Europe. But we're here. We're here because, obviously, I know the footy at 8 o'clock between Spurs and Liverpool. So we're here to talk two things. Obviously, I didn't do a live stream yesterday because there was footy on. Man United lost. Wonderful that was. And that game finished quite late, so I thought we'll save it for today. And I struck out a couple of videos yesterday as well. So that was yesterday. Today we're going to talk about Edin Dzeko. Obviously, news a few days ago that Edin Dzeko City might be interested in him. Some good names have mentioned it and said he would be a good one to get. The talk is, so we'll talk about Edin Dzeko, and obviously we'll do the player ratings for the game against West Brom. Those are the two biggest things, guys. And I've just, actually, literally 2 minutes ago, finished recording. I've done two videos today. One for the Sheffield United preview, and I've done a West Ham women's team preview with Bobby Seagull. Yeah, you might know Bobby. Bobby Seagull is, he was on University Challenge, captain of the Cambridge 4 years ago, 2016. And on the back of that, he ended up doing some work for the BBC. He's a maths guy, so he does some maths stuff. So it's interesting to chat with him. I'm going to do another preview of the West Ham women's game tomorrow with a load of fans from West Ham. So that's going to be busy stuff going on, guys. So I'll go through your comments. And Ahmed is here. He's an Edin Dzeko man, I think. Hi, Alexandros. Is Edin Dzeko back? Well, we don't know. We'll talk about it in a minute. I'll just go through your comments. Pithia says, I don't think we'll sign Edin Dzeko. Inter and Roma are looking to swap Sanchez and Dzeko. And it makes no sense going for Dzeko instead of Haaland or Daka. Evening all, says Blackpool Blu-ray. Hope you're well, buddy. Mr. Eric says, thank you, Sheffield. Hello, Ray. What's happened? Is he back? We don't know. Hi, Harge. Hope you're well. Okay, here's the thing about Dzeko. The talk is City are going to sign him for 6 months. A loan deal, or get him for 6 months. Maybe do a deal we get him for 6 months and then send him off to New York City potentially when that's over. That's what the talk is. Hi, Faris. Dzeko City did more than Haaland in the Premier League, much proven. Wouldn't mind Dzeko for 6 months, says Haj. Hi, Faris, and hi, Ikram. Hi, Harry. Hope you're well, buddy. So, yeah, the thing about Dzeko is, look, yes, he's 34 years old, and maybe he left a bit of a damp squib at the end. But Dzeko, he's got that height, and he's got an eye for a goal as well. So he will be, for some of those high crosses, he's 6 foot plus. He'll be getting his head onto those balls. He'll score goals with his head. There's no question about that. And if you put the balls into the box, he'll get in there and put balls into the net. So he's a poacher, as well as he's got a good shot on him around the edge, around the box. What he hasn't got, and this is the negatives for him, is he hasn't got, I don't think, that pace. He's 34, and maybe he's not got the stamina to do the work that's required. That's the issue. That's why we'd normally look for a younger player. And would Dzeko be happy on the bench? That's another thing. Would you be happy being a sub most of the season? Because let's be honest, Aguero is going to struggle to get in the team. What Dzeko gives us is something different. Is he happy? Hi, Rahul. Is Dzeko going to be happy playing like a role like Giroud was playing for Chelsea? Yes, he's a focal point, Ikram, I agree. And a target man. We can put crosses on him. Decent finisher, 6 months. How you want to get it? Hope you well, buddy. My issue with Dzeko, and I would love him to be around, is not issue with him, but his issue might be, I don't want to be a sub. Playing in Italy, is he a sub? I don't think he'd be a sub. Hi, Rohan, hope you're well. I think Dzeko would want to play, especially at 34 years old. Is he happy coming off the bench? Because he's not going to start. What we've got right now, even with that KDB, Aguero is going to struggle to get into this team. I think Aguero is going to be a super sub. It could be for the rest of the season. Why change something if it ain't broken? And the issue is we play with this fluid system, this false nine, and it's working really, really well at the moment. But people keep saying, hey, sometimes when the ball gets put in, we have nobody box it in, which is true. So if you put a striker there, so who is waiting to tap it in, you take away one of your other attacking players. So one of the reasons we get these chances is because of the number of attacking players and the way they play, the effort they put in, the runs that they make. You take one person out of that, you're not going to be the same. You're not going to be offensively, you're not going to be the same. You're not going to terrorize defenses as much. There's fewer places to keep an eye on. So I think that's an issue. If you Dzeko there, are you going to get the same amount of running? Dzeko, for me, he's the guy who's going to come on 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the end of a game when we need a goal. Yeah. If you need a goal to win or a goal to draw, he's a different proposition. But as I said, the worry is he going to be happy being that person? Is he going to be happy coming off the bench, even for only 6 months? It'd be a nice fairy tale if he could come to City, win another Premier League title. Win another Premier League title. He's had a couple at City, but would he be happy to be a bit part player? Rohan says, I take Dzeko for the business end of the season. He'll be great for the Champions League 2021 as well. Hi, Mr. All, well, buddy. Faris says, San Dzeko can't do us any harm. It won't do us anything but benefit us. Yeah, will he come? That's my question. That would be a cracking sign. Says you want to get Dzeko become a better player. He's not the same player he was when he was at City. How can this kind of player without a strike class? It's better to have a plan B. Absolutely. Fabinho had a muscle injury. Hey, what's a shame. Shame for Liverpool. Come on, Kane. Come on, Heung-min Son. Not that I'm biased in any way. Ikram says if he acknowledges that he won't play 90 minutes every game and accepts some games he will be on the bench and he's happy with that, then I think this would be a great signing. Look, he can look at that and say, at City, I've got if you look at it now, I mean, he can win. He can do a Mendy. He can do a Ben Mendy. He could turn up and win a League Cup. He's probably not bothered about the League Cup, but he can turn up and win a League Cup for not playing. That's great. He can turn up. We've only got 4 months of the season left. So he can turn up and win a league title. And, let's be honest, we are the team in the league right now. He would look at it and say, I've got a decent chance of winning a league title. So you've got a decent chance of winning a League Cup, which is nice. A decent chance of winning the Premier League, which is also very, very nice. And on top of all that, he's going to have a decent of doing something in the Champions League, because that's a possibility too, the Champions League. So because City is a very good team. Now, you could argue being a bit part player for those games and those trophies is actually worth it. And also, you've got the FA Cup as well. We're already in the 5th round. So being a bit part player to win possibly 2 or 3 trophies, including the Champions League and the league, it's, would I be interested if it was me? Absolutely. Chris Welch, hope you're well, buddy. Get ready for your big game tonight. Ikram says, I've done that one. Iran says, I will send Dzeko on the pitch with our normal false 9 system. It working. I think that's the idea. He's done all right for Roman since he's been there, says Ikram. He's done very well, I think. Faris says, I can't see anything blocking the deal. We can win trophies and he can do so well as well. And it's his home, absolutely, Faris. And even if he's only here for 6 months and then goes off to America, I don't think he'll stay longer than 6 months, because we've got that takes up a non-homegrown slot. We've got other people we want to get in for that. Ikram says, imagine Dzeko and Aguero goals on the final day to Man United another title. To be honest, Ikram, I want it. If we're going to win it, I would like it to be wrapped up before the final day. Faris says he can help us with his experience in the Champions League and give us a plan B with our crossing. Absolutely. Ikram says, written in the stars. You wouldn't get it too. I feel like we all have accepted the fact that Jesus is not Aguero's replacement and he's more effective in the left wing. Absolutely. Forgot that we didn't do a live stream yesterday. Absolutely, Faris. Yeah, I said, because we were, there's a game. I was watching the Leicester versus Everton game, and I only switched to Man United on one when they were behind, and when they were losing at the end of the game. I watched the last few minutes of that one. And that game was going to finish quarter past. It was going to finish after 10 p.m. And I just thought it's a bit late, and I was knackered. And I thought we could roll everything into today. A lot of teams still in absolutely, Chris. And I've never said it's over. Just because we're top, it's not over. Anything can still happen. And I still say I fear Liverpool wants to get one or two players back. Liverpool are the other team I think that can go on a 10-match winning run. Because why? Because they did it. They did it last season. Can do that. United, yes, they could do some. They're not as good as I would expect Liverpool to have a better chance of doing that sort of run than United. So it's not over. Leicester's still knocking around. People forget about them. They're still, was it 3 points off City? So, it is very, very tight at the top. Let's have a look at your comments. Aguero and Fernandinho remain the only players in the squad he played with at City before. Is that right, Ikram? You're probably right. Yeah. It is Fernandinho. Gundogan came after he left. KDB, was KDB here when Dzeko was here? I'm not sure if it was one season, because KDB came under Pellegrini. Sterling was here under Pellegrini. I can't remember when Dzeko left, actually. Jesus can't be the Aguero replacement because he's scoring the same goals as Aguero isn't in him. He's a different kind of player to Aguero. Mr. Oak says for the quad. Don't talk about that, mate. Rohan. We must remember that we are scoring from our midfielders. I'm not quite okay with that. For me, scoring front line on a regular basis is a must to go win big games with our midfielders. Can't be progressive. Faris, agree, Rohan. Against big teams, big players who will make the difference like Aguero, and we don't have that at the moment. Mr. Arik, do we think we can beat Sheffield next match because they're going to have the confidence? Well, obviously they're going to have confidence. That actually might work in our favour because that should take away the complacency. If they'd got stuffed by United, we might have been complacent, and it might have been us who they came and turned over. Yeah. So we can't afford to be complacent. I really want this to happen, says Ikram. We are playing well right now, but Aguero's fitness is more than sketchy, and we don't have a true natural goal scorer in our team. Up front, Jesus should be left wing. Harry Rags didn't like that Sheffield seal up him. Absolutely, mate. They got the blade up him. For me, Sheffield winning will give them less pressure to gain points against big teams. Absolutely, Faris. But also give them confidence. Say, look, we did it. We did it against Man United. Why can't we do it against City? Ikram, that is horrendous. Dzeko left with time. The thing was, Boney was banging the goals in for Swansea at the time. He was just pants for us. Chris says, I'll be staying for 10 minutes, then I'm doing a watch long. Hey, good luck, mate. Good luck with that, Chris. I'm going to try and watch a bit of the game, but I've got 3 videos to edit. I'm shooting another one tomorrow, so I better crack on with some editing tonight, I think. Jesus is a player who can score when the ball is passed to him on the plate to score. We know it by the word tapping. I'm sorry, guys, but it's just true, says Rohan. Faris, I saw that for your latest comment, Faris. I'll get up to it. For me, Sheffield, last season was Dzeko. When did Sterling come? 15-16? We replaced Dzeko with Boney. Wow. Should have kept Dzeko, not got Boney. I think Dzeko didn't have a good season. I might be wrong. Negredo's gone, man, Faris. He's gone. Dzeko scored important goals for us and was a reliable backup. Absolutely, Ikram. Beast 2013 to 2014, mate. Has all the skills to help City the way Dzeko improved. He wasn't going to be a backup. Absolutely right, guys. Let's move on because it's 15 minutes before the game kicks off. Let's do some squad, some player ratings. Edison, did he do anything against West Brom? Did Edison have anything to do? I can't remember anything. There was a save early on when we were scrambling around a little bit. So I'll give Edison a 7. I think Edison made the save, so I'll give him a 7.5. Obviously, it was important. Don't worry, guys. I'm still here. I don't know what happened. It just crashed. So Edison, yeah, I'm going to... Nigel, not going to lie, I thought you meant you're going to talk about you want Nigel de Jong back as well. Anyway, so what we're giving Edison, a 6.5 from Faris. He made that save early on. I think that was important. Edison gets a 7 from Ikram, 7 from Blackpool Blu-ray, 8 for Mr. Roll-Up, 6 didn't do anything at all, says you wouldn't get 7 for a clean sheet. For Ed gets a 7 from Harry, and Eddie gets a 6 from Rohan. I don't think he did anything wrong. And as I said, I think he made that save early on. And it's a save that you've got to make. Even if it was not much, he did. You've got to make that another clean sheet. Edison gets 7 from Alexandros. Yeah, absolutely. We could do with Nigel de Jong. Moving on. Let's do this quick, guys. Moving on. We've got Joao. And I'm just going to forget the Joao. I'm going to call him Wow Cancelo. Wow. You know, he's having a fab time. He's having a fab time. He's got a great finish with his goal. When there was no pressure. That's the thing. There was no pressure because everybody thought it was going to be an offside. Burton Road for Eddie an 8. Everyone thought it was going to be an offside. He scores that goal. His tail's up. He got an assist as well for goal to Gundogan. And he also got a pre-assist with a good ball through to Bernardo Silva. And he got an absolute bundle of Gundogan scored 2 goals, so he'd do well. But Cancelo did even better. So, wow, Cancelo. Let's have a look. 9.5 from Ikram, 8.5 from Faris, 8.5 from Blackpool Blu-ray, 9 from You Wouldn't Get It, 8.5 from Harry, 9 from Mr. Roll-Up, 9 from Faris, he's changed it, 9 from Burton Road for Rohan, 9 perfect performance. He's currently my favourite player, the most dynamic and exciting player in the squad. The assist was sensational, says Ikram. Burton Road for gives him a 9. I've got to go along with you guys. Got to give him a 9. He scores a goal, gets an assist, a pre-assist. Defensively, awesome as well, covering. He did a couple of good bits. I said it on after the game. There was the one where he took it away from 2 attackers when he was the last man, and then he put a nice cross in, which was headed over the bar. Fantastic. Alexandros gives him an 8.5. I think he did really well. Obviously, Stones and Ruben Diaz, another goalless game. I don't remember anything poor from them. I don't remember that. I remember, as I said before many times, I like the way Stones brings the ball forward. You know, sometimes he ends up on the right wing, sometimes around the box. It's crazy to think your centre backs up at right wing at times, but fantastic. Will Walker play the big games? I'm not sure. Burton Road, not sure. If you want to play ultra defensive, then he does. The Wall gets an 8 from Ikram. Stones and Ruben Diaz 8 from Rohan. I'm going to give them an 8. Faris is tight. Faris is tight tonight. He's giving them 7.5. They didn't do that much. Yeah, they didn't have much to do. Obviously, they stopped that goal. I think Stones generally in the air. I like Stones in the air. Stones and Diaz get 7.5 from Blackpool Blu-ray. Move on, guys. Not going to hang about Zinchenko. He didn't have much to do, Zinchenko. Going forward, anything from the game where he's done something remarkably well or something remarkably poorly. Stones and Diaz get an 8 each from You Wouldn't Get It too. So West Brom didn't do anything at all, so they get slightly more than Edison, says Faris. But yeah, Zinchenko gets a 7.5 from Blackpool Blu-ray, 7.5 from Harry, 7.5 from Ikram, 6.5 from You Wouldn't Get It too. He doesn't trust him defensively. 7.5 from Faris, 7 from Mr. Roll-Up. I'll give him a 7. I don't think anything exceptional that I can't remember it. Rohan says 8. Adapted well enough in the midfield after introduction of Laporte. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. He went into midfield, and that's his position, so he did it all right. Let's keep rattling on, guys. Bernardo Silva, who played 61 minutes. Another busy performance. It was interesting that, for me anyway, I noted that a lot of the action was on the right. That involved Mahrez. Who didn't do much for me, but it involved Gundogan. Involved Joao Cancelo. Not Gundogan, say a bit of Gundogan, but mostly, Bernardo Silva and Joao Cancelo on the right. They made a lot of stuff happen. Bernardo, busy. I'm tempted to give a 7.5. What are you guys going to give Bernardo? I don't think we should expect Zinchenko to defend. He's defended. That's not in his position. Bernardo gets a 7.5 from Blackpool Blu-ray. Bernardo showing consistency like 18-19, says Faris. Ikram's agreeing there. That's why he makes me nervous, because he's playing a position where he needs to defend. He'll need to defend at some point. You wouldn't get it. Bernardo gets a 7.5 from Rohan, the busiest bee on the pitch, along with Joao Cancelo. Berner gets a solid 7. Even then, I trust him defensively over Mendy. We're still talking Zinchenko there. Silva gets an 8.5 from You Wouldn't Get It. Bernardo gets an 8 from Harry Mills and from Faris. Faris being generous now. He's seen the error of his ways. So let's look at Rodri. I thought Rodri had a decent game, actually, for me. I don't think he had a lot to do defensively, if we're honest. I thought he was neat and tidy with his passing. But I also found, he had some bits of skill. What error? I don't think any errors. I don't remember any errors. The error of your ways, Faris, by giving tight marks earlier on, for other players. Rodri gets a 7 from Blackpool Blu-ray, 7.5 from Ikram, 7.5 from Faris. Bernardo's getting 8.5 from Alexander. So I'm going to give Rodri an 8. I'm going to give Rodri an 8 tonight. I thought he played well. As I said, I thought he had a couple of bits of nice play from Rodri, a couple of bits of skill, which I'm not used to. That's why I thought an 8. Rodri gives an 8, one of his best performances. The second assist pass to Mahrez was just class. Rodri 9 on Sung Says You Want to Get It too. And Rodri gets an 8 from Harry, 7.5 from Mr. Rollup. That pass to Mahrez, and the Mahrez laid it off very good. I give Rodri an 8, Faris. I give him an 8. I give him an 8. Yeah, Faris's message is being removed for too many caps. That's how surprised Faris was. Rodri gets a 7.5 from Alexandros. Yeah, I'm going to give Rodri an 8 because that cross to Mahrez, some lovely bits of skill. Beating players. I've got to give the guy. Got to give the guy credit where it's due. He played a decent game, so I give him credit. Okay, from Rodri, Gundogan. Gundogan only played 52 minutes, and what an awesome 52 minutes they were. 2 cracking goals from Silky Gundogan from the edge of the box. Now, not only the first one, he sidestepped the player and slammed it in the corner. The second one, where he robbed the player, was fab. He robbed somebody and then slipped it home. So Gundogan, I've got to give Gundogan a 9. I thought he played really, really well. Unlucky Faris says Ikram. Cancelo and Gundogan get a 9 out of 10, says from Akash. Rodri gets an 8.5. Gundogan gets an 8.5 from Faris, an 8.5 from Rohan, 8.5 and Blackpool Blu-ray, 8.5 from Harry, 10 from You Wouldn't Get It, 9.5 from Mr. Rollup. Look, got 2 goals. He ran the show without KDB. I think, and well in order. Okay, up front. Raheem Sterling. I prefer him on the right. He looks more threatening. He looks like he knows better what he's doing. But far too often, he over-dribbled it. There was that one where obviously he ran through and passed it to the keeper. Over-dribbled it. It took far too long. And far too often, he's got players in front of him and who are going to block a shot like Mahrez does, and he just hits it at them regardless. So, he got the assist, he got the goal. I've got to give him a better mark than I was going to give him, but I'm only going to give him a 7, even with the goal. I'm giving him a 7 because I'm disappointed. 7 from Mr. Rollup, 6 from Blackpool Blu-ray, 7.5 from Harry, 7 from You Wouldn't Get It, 7 from Faris. Dunder's getting a 9 from Rohan. Another player who I always give him space and time. I'm pushing forward now. And the way the team's playing, Gundogan is excelling. The way the team's playing last season, he wouldn't have excelled like this. Still gets a 7.5, 9 nice assists, easy tapping, but sometimes it takes 2 minutes, or takes too long on the ball. So I agree. Faris gives him a 7.5. Raheem gets a 6.5 from Rohan. Probably the worst performance on the pitch. I can't forgive that extra dribble until the goalkeeper collects the ball. Yeah, 2 chances to shoot, and he didn't take either of them. and the greediness frustrates me. Okay, moving on, guys. We had Riyad Mahrez. Another one, I'll be honest, I was disappointed with Riyad, especially that first half. A lot of City fans on social media saying he had a poor first half, was even playing. You know, they were not happy with Mahrez and Sterling. They said they were non-existent. But Mahrez come up with a well-taken goal, and he got an assist as well. So you got to give him some credit for that. I'll give him... I'm loath to give him more than a 7.5 because I don't think the rest of his game deserved it. But but as I said, he scored a goal, but we were already winning 3-0 at the time, and he got an assist, and we were already winning 4-0 at the time. So they weren't crucial. That's the thing. They weren't crucial. Mahrez gets a 7 from Faris, a 7 from Mr. Roll-Up, 7 from, you wouldn't get it 2, 7 from Rohan, would have given him a 6, but an extra point for a wonderful assist. Mahrez gets a 6.5, and that's for his goal and assist. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong giving him a 7.5. Did I give him a 7.5? I can't remember. Maybe that 7 is reasonable. Him doing that once every 5 or 6 games is enough. Isn't it enough? Absolutely. Harry gives him a 7 because he scored. You got to do it regular. Mahrez 7.5 from Ikram, nice goal and assist. Other than that, he was decent in the build-up of our play. Glad he got the goal, but he needed that. He needs to do it on a regular basis, and that's what's frustrating me. Anybody new to the channel, guys, please give us a subscribe. Help us get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Give us a thumbs up. It's nice to get those thumbs up, guys. So make sure you do it. Foden, disappointed with Foden. I thought he started well the first start of the game, but with all the action on the right, I think he felt out of the game. You know, the action, as I said, was Mahrez. It was Cancelo, who was wonderful. Gundogan, who was central. Bernardo was central and right. So I think Foden was a little bit lonely. You know, he had Zinchenko, and Zinchenko's not going to do the bits like Cancelo can do, where defenders are worried, or the bits like Bernardo Silva was doing. And Foden, I think he started well, but then he faded. I think he tried to do too much when he got the ball, which is a disappointment because he got hauled off after 52 minutes, and he's my fantasy captain. So I got 2 points for Foden. I got me 6 points for Stones and 14 for Gundogan. It's one of those things, you know, it's when you wish you had Gundogan as your captain. But so yeah, I'm going to give Foden a 6.5. Which, you know, I'm surprised, but I don't think he did enough. I just don't think he did enough for me. Blackpool Blu-ray gives Foden a 7.5, as does Faris, as does Mr. Roll-Up. You wouldn't get it, he gives him a 7. He's been great. Foden 7.5, most of the play didn't go down his side, says Ikram, but when he did get the ball, I still think he did well, hit the post early on, close to scoring quite a game, but not necessarily for a bad. Yeah, it was a good shot, but he didn't score. 7.5 from Harry. Foden, Rohan says, actually I find him decent, but I agree he felt a bit lost in the midst of all the midfield runs around him by Bernardo and Gundogan. 6.5 from Rohan. Hi, Ahmed. Foden gets an 8 from Alexandros. I'm not sure he did enough to deserve an 8. And the 3 subs, Gabriel Jesus. Don't remember him doing that much, guys. Don't remember him doing that much of any value. Laporte, nothing special. Torres, nothing special. You know, and obviously the subs and the fact we were winning 4-0 at our time kind of took a little bit out of us. And if you think about it, we took off sparkling Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. That's going to affect your game. It's going to affect your game. And the threatening Foden, you know, for Torres, it's going to affect your game. So I'm reluctant to give them low marks. I'll give them all 6.5. Just get it out. Let's have a look what you guys are giving the players. Jesus gets a 6.5 from Ikram, 6 from Blackpool Blu-ray. All the subs gets a 6.5 from Ikram. Fair dues. Jesus gets a 4 from Haj. Jesus 5 from Rohan, the Porris player in the squad. Jesus 6, Laporte 6.5. Torres 6 from Faris. Jesus so terrible, says Haj. Ahmed says, I see you guys are talking about Foden. I see a lot of 7.5s. Sorry, but he was the worst player on the pitch. No, I don't think he was the worst. And that's not really a bad thing for him. I give 6. I gave him 6.5. But I don't think he was the worst on the pitch. To be honest, Mahrez wasn't good. Jesus wasn't good. Sterling wasn't good for me. It's just the fact that, you know, they got goals, so you give them some extra marks. Imagine how many goals Dzeko will score with KDB, Foden and Gundo behind him. Staggering amounts. You wouldn't get it in the air. Laporte 6.5, Torres 6.5 from Haj. Jesus didn't do enough and didn't have enough time to give him a rating. Jesus had 30 minutes. That's 1/3 of the game. If we can give Gundogan a rating after 51 minutes, I think we can give Jesus a rating after, minutes. I think that's enough to give a real rating. Harry gives Gabby a 6.5, Laporte 6.5, and Torres 6.5. Jesus 6.5 from Mr. Roll Up. If a 60 million offer comes for Laporte or Jesus, City should take it. I'm not sure about Laporte, but Jesus, yes. Have to go. Yeah, guys, if you want to watch the other game, Man United game is going to start. Make sure you give us some likes. I'm going to go off. I've got 3 games to edit, some dinner to eat if my kids have left me anything. And yeah, tomorrow, obviously, it's the day. It's Pep's press conference tomorrow. There will be some stuff for members. There'll be two. There'll be the women's preview, Sam News video. That's going up. They're going up tomorrow. And the Sheffield United game will go up tomorrow as well, guys. Francis, can I just say I have come to the point where I just don't even want to add to be creating clear one-on-ones because we know we're going to miss. Let that sink in. Let's hope for a draw tonight. I want Spurs to win 4-2. I think that'd be good for me. Ahmed just joined. I want to hear your opinions on Edin Dzeko because I have mixed feelings as I feel we need a clear bagged man, and he's no less than that. Yeah, look, Edin Dzeko's good. He'll be good in the air. 6'4". He's just done that before. I think he's good around the 6-yard box. What the 2 concerns I have: does he want to come and play be a bit part player, and come off the bench for 10 or 15 minutes in games when we're struggling to score? And is he going to be mobile enough and energetic enough to put in the hard work that we do with our false 9? That's the issue. 34. It's not the age is not a problem, Ahmed. But the thing is, he never used a lot. For me, he never had a lot of pace. Those issues haven't gone away. But in the air, he'll be good. On the ground, he'll be good, and he'll stick them away. But will he come? That's the thing. Right, guys, take it easy. I'm going to disappear, grab something to eat, and please join us tomorrow, guys, as we do it all again. See you guys. Faris, Harry Mills, Ahmed, Ikram, Rohan, and Blackpool Blurry, and everybody else. See you around, Blues.